Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our flag raising, and Chief Bull will speak first.
First of all, I wanted to acknowledge our Creator this morning. Thank the Creator for this beautiful day. I would like to welcome everyone, survivors, students, youth, and community members. Today, we acknowledge the National Day of Truth and Reconciliation, a day to remember that every child matters. Our missing children matter. As students and youth, you are here with us, and you matter. Today, the National Day for Truth and Reconciliation is a day of honor and commemoration, honoring and acknowledging the children who never returned home, the survivors of residential schools, their families, and communities. It is a day to observe and remember the painful history of what school was like for the missing children and the survivors who are still with us today. Today is also the day we wear orange. The orange shirts we wear are to remember the missing children who never made it home from residential schools and hospitals. The orange shirt is a symbol to remember what the residential school system took from our people. Culture, our way of life, and how we used to survive hunting, fishing, and trapping. Took away the language. Our people were not allowed to speak their language. Children were punished for speaking their language. It took away parenting. Children as young as 3 years old were taken away from their parents. The structure of families was broken. Residential school children were not taught love. Children had to learn new ways of self-preservation to protect themselves. It also took away freedom. Children lost their freedom when they went to residential school. The residential schools were like prisons. The children could not go home every day like today. They lost self-esteem. The residential schools did not make children happy. Children were punished while learning. Lost their identity. Children were taught that who they were not the way they were supposed to be. Children were taught their way of life, and everything they knew was wrong. Residential school was not a happy place. Those in charge attempted to destroy the cultural, language, parenting, freedom, self-esteem, and identities of our people. We are thankful we do not have schools today that take young children away from their families and communities. Let us acknowledge the survivors who are here with us today. Let us remember the missing children today. And every day, these missing children would have been grandparents, parents, aunts, and uncles. Today we walk to remember the missing children and the survivors that are still with us. The survivor flag honors the survivors and the missing children who never returned home. It can be said that the design symbolizes remembrance, hope for the family, love, and peace. Every child matters. Miigwech. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chief Bull. It's always difficult to follow Chief Bull. I feel small and smaller and smaller. Thank you for your words, Chief Bull. Today of all days, we can acknowledge that we're here on the traditional territory of the Lac Seul First Nation, and we're proud to fly the flag which Chief Bull has given us of the Lac Seul First Nation here. And today we will raise the Truth and Reconciliation flag. We're also in the area of Treaty 3 and serve the areas of Treaties 5 and 9, where many of the people who live and work in Sioux Lookout and come to Sioux Lookout for various services are from. All municipalities have their own uniqueness. It's probably fair to say that Sioux Lookout's uniqueness is centered on our role as hub of the North and our relationship with First Nation people and First Nation communities, and also on our relationship with truth and reconciliation. So we honor the Day of Truth and Reconciliation with a flag raising, with a gesture. But I think Sioux Lookout for many years has acknowledged the truth. We see the ongoing impact of the truth on the people. And as a municipality, we've undertaken in our own small way measures of reconciliation over the years. These measures range from gestures to advocacy to engagement and action. All of these gestures are taken with the hope of improving lives. You may recognize, and I hope you can see, some of these actions and gestures as our ongoing reconciliation. Even before the Truth and Reconciliation Committee, there was the Friendship Accord. Before that, there was the Anti-Racism Committee. We formed a situation table. We advocated for a mobile crisis response team. We took part in the Makwa Clan. We advocated for the 20-unit supportive housing project. And we sat together with many of the people and agencies here on Cold Weather Committee, the drop-in center. We're working to serve people with public washrooms in the downtown, and working to help with things that will impact people through facilitating interagency cooperation and collaboration. Our community safety and well-being plan. We've advocated for and achieved safe sobering beds and addictions treatment center. We advocate for housing across all sectors, including constructing now is the second stage women's shelter on First Avenue. The Municipal COVID Coordination Committee, which we formed and coordinated with First Nations and First Nation agencies, as well as local public health and Slifness Public Health. The Indigenous lead we have on our Police Services Board, and Darlene is sorry she can't be here today, she was out of town. And our own Municipal Truth and Reconciliation Committee, some of whom the members are here today. And we attend at First Nation events, AGMs, such as the Slifna AGM 2 weeks ago, openings and acknowledgements. And now annually we proclaim the National Day of Truth and Reconciliation. The proclamation is, whereas the Government of Canada is committed to reconciliation and ensuring that the tragic history and ongoing legacy of residential schools is never forgotten, and whereas the municipality of Sioux Lookout remains committed to acknowledging the tragic and painful history and legacy of residential schools, and whereas the municipality of Sioux Lookout is committed to recognizing the Truth and Reconciliation Commission's call to action number 80 to establish a day for truth and reconciliation. And whereas the municipality of Sioux Lookout recognizes that the National Day for Truth and Reconciliation is but one small step in our journey to advance reconciliation, right historical wrongs, and reflect on how we can build a more inclusive municipality. And whereas the National Day for Truth and Reconciliation is an opportunity for all Canadians to reflect, learn, grieve, and take collective action towards reconciliation. Now therefore I, Doug Lawrence, Mayor of the Municipality of Sioux Lookout, do hereby proclaim Saturday, September 30th, 2023 as National Day for Truth and Reconciliation, and do commend its thoughtful observance in the Municipality of Sioux Lookout. And with that, Chief Bull, will you help me raise the flag? Dave, you will also be of assistance. Thanks.